Howdy y'all, welcome to Lac Lives. I think it's time, ow, I think it's time we play a little, Minecraft. I swear that once upon a time there were patch notes that said that they had fixed it so that the sound settings would remember where they were at for each version of Minecraft. And every time, this is bizarre, and every time I am forced to set my sound when I play through the Minecraft launcher. Now my modded Minecraft all goes through their own launchers. Look how bizarre that is, that the water, this water is its own thing. So bizarre. This cracks me up here too. I'm gonna fix this too. Look at nothing. There you go. I feel better now. I feel better because you're acting like real water. Stop being all crazy. Oh. I don't have my bow on me. Dang it. It's a witch! Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Whew. It's a witch who didn't respond to being hit by a sword. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe she was a good witch. Now she's a dead witch. Alright. I need a little bit of clay to finish off the floor. Because I don't know what else to use for gray painted board. It's the only room in the upstairs that isn't carpeted. Hey, moo cow. Hey, weird block of dirt over there that doesn't belong. Oh, what was I? I was in a mine shaft today. While playing a different version of Minecraft, and there's just this random full block of clay just sitting in the middle of the floor in the mine shaft. I don't know what it was doing there, but I'm pretty sure it didn't belong. Okay, I think that's plenty of clay. I knew where I was going, I was just looking around. I don't get out this way that often. It's Creeper City out there. Ooh, you think that black sheep is one of my sheep? I know these jungle trees are my jungle trees. You can keep the skeleton. I don't want it. Hey! Apparently that was a payback for saying I didn't want him. Alright, so we're going to go back upstairs and work on the stairway landing a little bit more today. And I'm going to shut that door. Shut the door of the basement. Shut the door of the porch. Ooh, you know what I did here in real life is turn the furnace on today. Well, turn the... what are they called? Zones? Opened up some of the zones? Is that what it's called? That doesn't sound right. It is though, right? Zoned heating? Because we have different floors and each floor's got its own little connection. Yeah? Zoned heating? I think so. I'm pretty sure that's it. Zoned heating. And so I don't usually even turn the heat on down here where my computers are at. It's pretty insulated down here. Well, it's not right now because I have the air conditioner in the window, which is on, which you guys usually can't hear. I try to that little zombie standing down there makes me laugh. I try to make sure to clean that out of my audio before I upload, which sometimes gives me issues with the sound in my videos, and I don't know why that happens sometimes. All I can figure is I must accidentally grab too much when I try to grab a quiet spot, and then I get parts of my voice cut out, and then no matter what I do, I can't stop it from happening. So I don't know. But yeah, I still have my air conditioner on. It's 66 degrees. It's not running the air conditioner, it's just a fan. But alright, we need some I think I need some dark oak wood. What is this? This is spruce. And some oak fence. Spruce, 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 spruce. Okay, I need some dark oak wood. And I need some sticks. Because I need a little bit more dark oak fence. That should be enough, I think. Okay. Oh, I could probably get rid of this clay. Oh, light gray wool. No, you need to stay with me. You can take that stone, gravel. Oh, I need some more. I need some more chest. I've got so much stuff here. I need more chest. Nope. Go there. Come on. Go there. Thank you. Oh, not wool. Not wool. Wool's got its own spot. Carpet sticks, iron, wheat. I keep the wool. I need the fence on me. Let's go dump this wool off with the wool. Wool, wool. Don't make me come in there and shear you. I mean, I plan on doing that anyways, but don't make me. Okay. Let's get up here and dark oak, just like that. Yeah, it was a little bizarre. I'm not gonna lie. It's weird to me that there's this little spot right there, and it never struck me all the years that I was here in this room that the reason that that is there is because this goes one block. This goes over top of the living room ceiling, and so it really should have ended like this is where the wall should be, but the wall is actually out over top of the living room, which is just bizarre construction to me, because then this wall is not supported underneath. And so over the years, it actually caused the ceiling down here to cave in a little bit, but nobody noticed. I mean, the house is like 1,000 years old, nothing's straight. And I mean, I didn't spend barely any time in the living room in the later years at all because, you know, kitchen maybe, but the living room was just a place you walk through because I had my own stuff up here. This room here was actually the upstairs living room. Kind of like what we got now. That's where my computers and everything were at, but yeah. Alright, now I gotta get back in the... Ugh. I need to come out here and do that up too. That should be some stairs and stuff in there. Whoops. Yes, that's beautiful. That's precisely where I needed a piece of oak fence. Sometimes this game, I swear, you want to put a block down, it won't let you. Actually, you know what? Now that I've done all that hassle again there, what's up with that red sheep? Why are you standing on top of this tree? Just don't talk to me. This is my tree. I claim it in the name of Red Sheepdom. Red Sheepdom. I don't know. I'm not sure what word I was trying to say there, but sheepdom it is. I need maybe birch, actually. Let's go with birch. I need some birch stairs. Birch. And I need some birch stairs, and I need some birch... birch stairs. I don't need that many birch stairs. Wow. I really don't need that many birch stairs. Some birch stairs and some birch slabs. I don't know how many slabs I'm going to need. I also need a door. What door? Alright. The upstairs did not have windows. And it was painted white. So I'm probably going to go with the birch door as well. Even though it's not quite the appropriate look. Whoops. Actually, we'll probably use a couple of those. And a dark wood, because everything in our house had the dark wood door. Dark wood. Okay, and then I need some slabs, like so. Alright. Now, we can get back in there and do some more work. You know, one thing that we can't put in here that I really would like to do is the heating registers. Most of, like this room here had a tiny, just above the floor register, but most of the rooms, actually, you know what, all those got taken out. When I was a kid, we had these giant registers that were like taller than waist high. I don't know why, that's just the way they were. And they have the, if you've ever looked at a register, I'm sure you have, it's got, you know, well, it had a boiler in the basement that heated up the water, and then the water goes through the pipes, and that's where your heat comes from, just like most places. And so you've got the pipes come up out of the floor, and it's got the little fins, I don't know what they're made of, aluminum or tin or something, and across the pipe, and then there's usually some kind of box, right, that holds all the fins. Well, the old radiators were like waist high, and so this whole wall here was the radiator for this room. And then like in this room it was here in the corner. Actually this room they were actually over here. This is bizarre to me. There are pipes running up through this wall, or inside the room. They were just inside the room right here in this corner. Upstairs to the room above, where its register was. Radiator, not register, radiator. And so the radiators that we have now, like in this house and our old house, are the same style. They're tiny. They're like 6 inches maybe off the ground, because we don't have forced air in this house either, or the old one. But it uses a register radiator. Register radiator. Are they called the same thing? A register and a radiator? I think I am confused. Anyways, let's do this up. Alright, so now in this room, I, like most rooms that were my bedroom at some point, this room got the bookshelf treatment. I am a very, very, avid reader. I read books almost daily. And yep, I knew that was going to happen. And so I have a lot of books. And if you have a lot of books, you need a place to put those books. And so what we used to do is put in bookshelves that ran from floor to ceiling. So when I get the ceiling in here, the ceiling will come across here. But yeah, that whole wall was bookshelves. Yep. You know, this room was the this room was the exercise room when we quit. Not that I do a lot of exercise, and you understand, but this is where the elliptical was, and which took up most of this area because ellipticals are huge. And then storage. So the upstairs is actually a lot of storage. My sister had planned for her own house for years, and so she oh, you know that purple clay I had on me? I need some for this spot right here. Let me go get that purple clay. And so she bought like everything she would need when she started her own house. And I mean like towels and linens and plates and silverware and all of that. And then when she went away to college, she rented a house with some girls from her college, who are her friends. And so she lived in this house where she went to college for a few years while she was going to college, getting her, she has a, what, master's degree in psychology, I think. I'm going to say that's what it is, a master's degree in psychology. And, oh, and then I fall down. And so, she then, when she went to get married, decided that she'd had enough of living on her own, and moved back in. And so when she moved back in, she had all her stuff and no place to put it because this house is not big enough for all the stuff and all the stuff that was already here. And so this here became a storage area. This here, my entire life. Okay, it's this spot right here. That's where we store our Christmas decorations. My entire life, that's what went here. Boxes of Christmas decorations, which is kind of funny. Now there's a spot in the downstairs here where we keep the decorations, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do for, oh, no, I don't have enough oomph to get up here. I don't know what I'm going to do for, elliptical machine up here. That'd be weird. I have to figure out something. But, okay, so I had a couple of stories I wanted to tell you about this room before we move on to something else, because I still don't have the quartz we're going to need to do up all the ceiling in here. So when I was in high school, or junior high, I guess. High school? Junior high. High school? Junior high. I'm going to say junior high. I don't know where my bedroom was. It all blurs together in my head. But this is where my bedroom was in junior high. And so like this is where my dresser was in this little alcove here. And I forget what was over here. But you know, I had a little stand here with that black and white television I talked about last time. And then next to that was my bed. And so I remember I used to we had bedtimes, and so even in junior high I had a bedtime, and so the light in the room mostly was the overhead light, which is right about here, And so there's a switch for it on the wall here, and then there's a switch downstairs, downstairs for it right here. And so when it was lights out, my dad would flip the switch, and the lights would go out in the room. And so I what I used to do is I hated doing homework. I hated doing it because we were supposed to do it before we did anything else. And so we would get home from school at like 4:30. And since I grew up on a farm, evening chores were at 5:30. And so, well, evening milking probably started at 5:30 or 6. Let's say 6. Evening milking started at 6. So I get home from school at 4:30, change my clothes, go do chores, like feeding calves and stuff like that. You come back in, it'd be like 5 o'clock or a little after 5, and we'd eat dinner. And then after dinner, you go back and you do some more chores. And then when you come back from chores, it'd be like 6:30. Now, the evening milking took a lot longer than that, but I was not involved with the evening milking necessarily. And so I do things like throw down hay out of the hay mow to feed the cows. And that was my chores too before when I got home from school, was to feed the cows. We'll talk about that when we maybe build the barn again. And so I hated doing homework because after dinner and after chores, you'd have to do homework. And if you didn't get your homework done quickly, then you just did homework until it was bedtime, because we had pretty early bedtimes. And that'd be it. That's all you get to do all day. Work, work, and work. And it wasn't until I was in mid-junior high or high school that we stopped dairy farming. And so and so I just wouldn't tell them I had homework, and then I would do it later. And you could watch a couple of TV shows and then go to bed. And so what I would do is I'd use that TV, that black and white TV, and I put it on a channel that didn't have a signal, and I would just use that as a light and then do my homework in my bed. And I remember one night, my dad, he must have seen the light on, and so I was still doing my homework, and so I remember him opening the door, and so I turned the TV off real quick, and then put the homework under my pillow. And he came right upstairs and put his hand under my pillow and pulled out my homework. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't get my homework done." And he's like, "It's supposed to be lights out now," kind of thing. So, yeah. Now, the other story I promised to tell you is the story of the snake. And so, so we lived, like I said, on a farm in the middle of nowhere. And I'm not particularly scared of snakes, but I'm also not willing to grab them with my bare hands. Like, I'm not going to run screaming out of the room, but I'd prefer not to get bit. And so, I'm about to starve to death here. And so, one of the things that we had on the farm were these things called milk snakes. And they're a python. I think they're a python. So, like a garter snake is a python. Anything that doesn't use poison, basically, is considered a python, a constrictor. And so instead of biting and squirting venom, they just grab on and squeeze until it's dead. And so milk snake, I think, is a python. It might be poisonous, but it's not that poisonous. Like a bee sting kind of. I mean, if you're allergic to them, I'm sure they're extremely deadly. But not being allergic to them, it's not that big a deal. But I've never been bitten by one either. I have no desire to be bitten by any kind of snake. And so one day I was in here, and I don't even remember. I think I was the only one home, and I was getting ready to leave somewhere, or cleaning, or I don't know what I was doing. But I came out, and I just happened to glance to my left, and and climbed up against the door frame here was this big milk snake. Now, a garter snake is tiny, like they're like the length of your finger or maybe your hand. They don't get very big. A milk snake, though, can be like 4 or 5 foot long. And so this one was probably about 3 feet long. And and so the bottom of it was on the ground, but it was stretched up like almost waist high up the wall, climbing. I don't know where it was going. And so I'm like, whoa, snake. And so I start looking around the room trying to find something. And so all I could find was this Kleenex box. And so I pulled the Kleenexes out of the Kleenex box and put them on the shelf here. And I grabbed the broom and I flipped over the Kleenex box. And so I started pushing on the snake to try and get it to go in this Kleenex box. And I finally did get it to go into the Kleenex box. It would curl up and rise up, and it act like it was going to strike, and then they're pretty cowardly. Milk snakes are, and they keep the mice and rat population down in your barn. So why they're called a milk snake, I don't know. I was once told it's because they drink milk. I don't think they actually do. I believe it's because they have white bellies, and so it wasn't too happy with the broom, but it finally did go into the Kleenex box. And now I don't like to touch snakes. I already said this. Otherwise, I would have just grabbed it and gone with it. I have grabbed them before, and like a garter snake, but um, the bigger they are, the bigger your teeth are, and I have no desire to be bitten. And so once I got him up into the Kleenex box, though, I just grabbed a book that was on the bookshelf, held it down over the held it down over the top of the Kleenex box, and carried it down to the barn and let it go. But it was pretty crazy. It was. I didn't appreciate it, I guess. You know what? I should probably put a clay block in right here too. Yeah, the floor up there was wood. My whole life it was painted different colors, and so I don't know. I'm sure it was originally just natural wood. Most of the house was made by hand. We didn't make it, but the people who built it in the first place, did it by hand, and so, like the studs in the walls weren't what you would consider a 2x4 now. They were approximation of a 2x4. Can I put this in from this side? No, it goes in from the other side. And let's see. If I put this here, and then I need this here. We probably just use these to do this whole floor up here, to be honest. Now on this side, the room was carpeted. Come on, get in there. So we don't have to worry about that too much. I forgot about this being two. And it was basically just the same size as the living room down below. This room was the upstairs game room. This was also my bedroom for years. It couldn't have been that many years, though. I shared this one with my brother for a while. And at one point, this was an exercise room, too, when I was in high school. This is, bizarrely enough, where we kept our weights. And we had this, oh, what was it? I don't know what they're called, but it was like for sit-ups, a sit-up bench must be what it is. And so we had one of those up there too. And you made sure they were close to the walls, so they were supported by the wall below and not in the middle of the room. You didn't tried not to do too much in the middle of the room other than walk through. I'm gonna grab these oak slabs. They'll probably do us good for this. Yeah, when I was in college too, I guess we still had. No, I guess I had moved the weight bench into my bedroom at that point. In college, I really got into weightlifting for a while, and probably had a pretty serious, almost a year of heavy weightlifting, just on a whim. I have a friend who was really into it for years, and so I like to try it out, and I did. And after about a year, I decided I'm done with this. I was tired of waking up every day just horribly muscle sore. And, oh wait, what did I do? You know what? No, this is wall. Yeah, this is wall. I was gonna say, why? But that's wall, that's not floor. I was thinking that was wall. Okay. And so that gets us the next floor ready for the next room. This next room, unfortunately, is also white. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for tan carpeting, too. That's kind of where we're at. I don't know if you noticed, you probably didn't, but I tore the brown carpeting out of here. This bedroom here had old brown shag carpeting in it because that's what was all in the 3 rooms down here. I think this was brown shag carpeting too, and so this room here also. I should have kept those slabs. I could have done up the bookcases that go in here too. Oh, you can't because that carpet is down there. Yeah. Get out here, carpet. And then this corner. Actually, I don't remember if that was still there. I think those got tore out. No, they couldn't have been tore out. I just don't think they were all the way to the ground. Man, I don't remember. This, though, this had floor-to-ceiling bookcases. I know that. And then, I want to say they were here, too. But I know that part of it got taken out because there was this giant armoire thing that they were going to build. Or did they build it? I don't think they built it. They just took out the carpet and put in the foundation for it and never got any farther. There was a bookcase here, though. I'm pretty sure this bookcase got torn down. Because this is where the piano was at. Or maybe the piano was over here then? I don't know. But it did have bookcases. It had a bookcase there and it had a bookcase there for years. That one's gone. I think that one was still there. And then the other rooms with bookcases aren't done yet. Bookcases, but no closets. Yeah. But yeah, so the carpeting, like this was wood, and then this room had carpeting, and then this room down here had the same carpeting, and this room had the same carpeting, and the living room had the same carpeting. Strangely enough, though, it wasn't all carpeted at the same time. And so this room and this room were carpeted at the same time. this room was carpeted later. Or no, this room was carpeted at the same time. These 3 rooms were all carpeted at the same time with the same kind of carpet. And then it was really funny to me because later they took out... I don't remember who carpeted this room because I don't do carpeting. I did all the walls and the ceiling and the electrical and all of that. But somebody else came in to do the carpeting. It was probably my friend. The one who's into weightlifting. He probably did the carpeting in here. Seems like something he would do. And so this room was brown shag carpet, and then when they bought new carpet for it, I had to laugh because when they brought it home, it was the same carpeting as what we had upstairs, which was a thinner, I don't know what it's called, a thinner carpet than the shag, but it was still like, I don't know carpet. I don't know what to call it. So anyways, I think I'm gonna call it here. So click like if you like, subscribe, be sure and catch the next one. And I'll talk to you later.